Hey there everyone, Matt the Movie Guy here. Well, now that we are past 50 Shades of Grey, it's time as a pop culture audience to finally turn our eyes upon the reason why this season is usually dead of hype-gathering movies. It's Oscar season! Yes, Oscar season. 2 months of the year that is like the NFL playoffs for film buffs, in which many thespians and auteurs clash for glory, where the ultimate result is expected disappointment. But we love it anyway! And now that I have this platform to voice my opinion, perhaps I will be heard, and a voter may consider a movie or an actor or actress to choose someone deserving of winning a film that... What? Oscar voting ended at 5 o'clock yesterday evening. Well then, no. No, you know what? No, it is my right, no, my duty, as a lover of all things cinema, to give my opinions on the awards. So let's get to it. However you feel about who is actually nominated, for once we have an Oscar year where most all the nominees that have actually been nominated deserved it, especially the coveted Best Picture award. Yes, all of them. But will the ones most worthy win? Well, the long tradition seems to say no, but let's take a look and see if this year may prove satisfying. For this list, I'll be covering what I think should win and what I think will win. Of course, these are my opinions, so if you disagree, feel free to leave your picks in the comments below. I'm just going to focus on the bigger awards, so if you want my opinion on things like Best Animated Picture, Best Production Design, and Best Score, How to Train Your Dragon 2, The Grand Budapest Hotel, The Theory of Everything, maybe next year. For now, let's get right to the foundation of any good story, the writing. Characters and overlying themes are laid out first and foremost in the screenplay before a single scene is shot. That's not to say you can't have a great movie without a great screenplay, but it helps a lot. So let's get cracking. Should win for Best Adapted Screenplay, Gone Girl. Let me be clear, this is not, I repeat, not a video about Oscar snubs. This is not a movie simply deserving to be nominated and getting snubbed. This is, by all means, the winner of the award getting snubbed. Maybe Gillian Flynn's script, based on her own thriller of a novel about modern sexual politics, was a little too uncomfortable for the average Oscar voter. But good! Gone Girl challenges how we view couples and how couples view each other in a stark, brutal way. There are no saints in the film's flyover country setting, just a bunch of horribly selfish, bitter individuals who are all staking out for the American dream they feel they deserve, and whom are willing to align with or throw anyone under the bus for it. Greed in a multitude of forms reigns supreme here, in every barely cold line that says every medieval concept we have of romance may very well be dead. Will win for Best Adapted Screenplay, The Imitation Game. At least if Gone Girl can't win, the award seems most likely to go to the screenplay that would be most deserving after it. Graham Moore's adaptation of Andrew Hodges' Alan Turing biopic, The Enigma, could have taken Turing's Oscar-rich story and made it a by-the-book period piece. Oscar voters love those after all. But there is a notion of the meticulous wordplay in which no one on screen ever seems to blatantly say what they think or even mean. Coupled with the timeline jumping of the story, it plays like a puzzle for the audience to piece together. The screenplay for The Imitation Game does not simply want to tell you about the famed Englishman and his contributions to World War II. He wants you to discover them. Benedict Cumberbatch isn't joking in his opening line, "Are you paying attention?" Because in all hopes you are going to learn a great deal about a man that the United Kingdom kept quiet on for many decades before now. But it's certainly one thing to adapt an existing story, it's certainly another to come up with an entirely original concept. Let's get to the Best Original Screenplay. Should win for Best Original Screenplay, The Grand Budapest Hotel. Before this year, I was neither 100% with or against the highly whimsical, highly polarizing style
of one Monsieur Wes Anderson. Often feeling too in love with his own words to recognize an audience behind him and a like minded following, I've been disappointed by his work before, but I've always felt that with the right script, the style would work tremendously. Anderson's script for the Grand Budapest Hotel is just that, following a variety of colorful characters but mostly focusing on an effeminate yet unquestionably virile concierge played by the brilliant Ray Fiennes and his protege played by newcomer Tony Revolori. Anderson has written a positively charming old school caper full of colorful dialogue, amusing turns, and perhaps most notably, actual earnest heart. His style bursts off the screen all the more because he has imbued it with a script that gleefully skips about its merry way. It is a celebration of all things that should be celebrated: love, life, and cake. Will win for Best Original Screenplay, Birdman. Although Grand Budapest took the Guild Award, I'm going to bet on the film that won the award for the Globes. There is so much at play in the script for Birdman, it's hard to know where to begin. Every single line flows with a pulsing, unbridled passion. This is a movie about a man risking his last bit of previous relevance in hopes that he will once again soar in the hearts of millions. And the feverish anxiety in every beating conversation never goes unnoticed. Peppered with brilliant zingers and stinging indictments on all things of modern pop culture, it never stops for a moment to breathe, and it's all the better for it. Rather than just be a lot of hot air and noise, Birdman's script has a lot it wants to say and is breathless to say it all.
So there you have it, my picks for what should win the Screenplay Awards for the 2015 Oscars, and what will win. In the next part, I'll cover the actress performances. Until then, like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.